Council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they were short and unboring? This is why I have invented the 5, make it 10, 10-minute meeting. Ashland City Council meeting of March 5th started with a special presentation. The Rogue World Music Festival lady said we started in 2016 with 200 attendees. Last year, 5,000. And this year, we're going to have the beer garden in Lithia Park. We are spending $90,000 for this free event to the people. So we are applying for grants. So if the city council could sign a support letter, that would help. And so this is the first event, by the way, with a beer garden in Lithia Park. So apparently everyone's working really hard to make sure that this goes well, and it seems to be doing that. It's apparently a good template. And then city manager report. Interim city manager Sabrina Cotta says, we made 2 emergency videos. Are they as good as mine? No. You can comment on our proposed 5G ordinance amendment on the city website. April 1st, myself and Parks Director Leslie Eldridge, she looks like this, with the icy grip of Rick Lant on her shoulder. And it says, they are meeting about the results of the diversity study. And we are working with Parks and Rec to fix up the community center. No. Pioneer Hall? No. The band shell. That's right. And then utility billing is fully staffed. So customers will be allowed to call in on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 9 and 1. And they're open at the Grove on Fridays from 9 to 1. It's an embarrassment of access. 4 hours, 3 days a week. And then consent agenda, 3 items were approved. And then the 4th item, the homeless activist lady with a pig ponytails, the braid says, putting a new cop shop where the Waffle Barn used to be across from Rite Aid is a waste of money without outreach statistics. And this guy goes, I think this is a good idea. And this guy goes, actually, there are statistics, and there's an increase in crime, and these cops will help. And this one says, I have also seen the stats. Maybe we should make those public. And then this one says, I'm for this cop shop. And this one's for it. I'm for it. And this guy goes, it's long overdue. And that was approved. And then there's a public hearing. The second hearing. So anyway, cop shop across from Rite Aid. Thumbs up. And then there was a public hearing, a second hearing on updating the city code to match the state rules on procurement procedures. All approved. And then a public forum. Scarf lady from Shady Cove said, we have a ceasefire letter we want you to sign, Ashland Council. All right, and then a scarf lady from Central Point said, here's a poem from a Jewish queer anti-Zionist poet. Her words. And 5G guy, he said, they are going to carpet the city with 5G antennas, according to this new amendment. And a turtleneck lady said, electronics are detrimental to human brains and create Alzheimer's and dementia. A wool cap lady said, there should be immediate ceasefire. And a wool cap guy says, imagine living in Gaza. And then Brandon Goldman, the head of the public works director, he said, Brandon Goldman's he's a planning guy. Planning department guy said, here's the second reading of the Parks and Open Space Map. And this one says, oh, that's so great. That's such great stuff. And this guy goes, oh, man, that's such a good map. What a great map. That was all approved. And then the second quarter financial update. Financial director, Marion Barry, she goes, hotel and meal tax and building fees are providing higher income to the city than pre-COVID in 2019. And investment income of is $1 million higher than expected. And we have $80 million in reserves. And the utility billing is fully staffed. So we're taking calls 2 days a week for 4 hours. Does anyone even know what fully staffed means? Okay, and then the revenue study, forecasting, fleet costing, capital spending plan, path forward, blah. It was 5 minutes of meaningless, unhelpful buzzwords. And then this guy goes, is the software between street funds and the system development charges working? Aren't I smart for knowing this stuff? And this one goes, she goes, yes, blah, blah, blah. According to me, the city is doing great. And then this one goes, can this report be made into something that regular people can look at? Holy cow. The mayor just said what I was thinking. How did I do that? And then this one goes, Marion Barry, the finance director, goes, oh, yeah, we'll make a dashboard. we're going to make a dashboard. And then so they all agreed that this financial report explainer page dashboard is going to be great. It's going to absolutely happen, and it's going to explain everything. Me, skeptical. And then the homeless shelter discussion. Interim city manager Sabrina Cotta, she says, we bought the building in August, this homeless shelter there on Ashland, using $1.8 million in state money. And because of that, the building must be used for homeless stuff because it was state money we used it. And then there is a $1.8 million more in state money. And if we take that money, we have to provide 30 beds year-round for the homeless. What do you guys want to do? And this guy goes, we counselors have seen the crime statistics. Why can't the public? And Police Chief Ty O'Meara goes, I'm fine with it. I don't care. That's fine. And then this one goes, she goes, I'll put it on the website. All right, we'll see. And then this one goes, hey, how much of the $1.8 million would be needed to upgrade the building to meet codes? And this one says, Sabrina Cotta, interim city manager, says, well, there's windows and doors and bathrooms and sprinklers and kitchens. To me, it sounds like $1.8 million just to fix up the building. And this one goes, if we don't upgrade the building, oh wait, not him. This one goes, hey, if we don't upgrade the building, can we put more people in there during severe cold and hot weather? And she goes, actually, we can. And then there's public forum, and the plaid shirt lady says, I like the idea of putting more severe cold and hot weather people in there. I like that's a good one. And then the lady with the two braids, she's always there, says, on March 2nd, the South Ashland group knew this was never going to be a homeless shelter. They put it in their newsletter. And tonight's vote is really kind of a joke because the city and the council were never going to let this building become a homeless shelter. So, I mean, please, who are you kidding? And this goes, I move we decline funding and close the 24/7 shelter. And this guy goes, the process was bad, but we shouldn't throw good money after bad. And this one said, there's no plan to spend the $1.8 million, so I declined the funding. And this one says, I agree with everybody and everything, both sides, I agree. And then this one says, this shelter did what I always thought it should. And now that's done, so let's make it an emergency shelter and decline the funding. Moving on. And then this one goes, I feel like we're giving up on this. It goes, there's a third option in the packet. It says work with Access. It's a group in the Valley that does, homeless stuff, to find another way to spend the $1.8 million. I vote against declining funds. We should accept them in some way. And then this one goes, hey, let me mayor-splain to the people that everything we did buying this building was either reasonable or unavoidable, AKA none of this was my fault. And then this one says, Sabrina Cotta, interim city manager, says, if we take that $1.8 million, it must be used to update the emergency shelter. And city attorney Doug McGarry, he pops in now and goes, let me confuse everybody by confusing the $1.8 million we got from the state to buy the building with the $1.8 million the state is offering to upgrade the building. Also, we bought a good building, and we shouldn't spend 1.8 more on that building. So, is it legal for the city attorney to provide his opinion on policy in a business meeting? Who would we ask? Who? And then it was voted 5-1 decline funding. This was the one saying accept funding from the state. And this guy goes, but I moved to keep talking with Access about creating homeless stuff in Ashland. And that was all approved. And then the Vision Zero resolution. Scott Fleury, Public Works Director, says, hey, here's a transportation committee lady. And she says, these are the philosophical underpinnings for driving these things, or road engineering, or bike riders, or babies in strollers. There's some bus issues and students. And basically this resolution says, we want 0 people to die on the road. And this one says, he goes, hey, what does this do again? I mean, what aren't we doing that this would then do? Once again, holy cow, Councilor Dahl just said what I was thinking. Again, how did I do that? And then Scott Fleury, Public Works Director, says, this opens up grants vaguely in some way. And then this one says, she goes, the problem is e-bikes, they're the problem. And then this guy goes, But we can still just hypothetically raise speed limits from like 20 to 35 if we wanted to. I mean, like, and then this guy goes, "Oh, sure, this is completely non-binding." Me, skeptical. And then this guy says, "I move to adopt Vision Zero resolution." And then that was all approved. And then the Alice Peele Stairs Public Works Director, Scott Fleury, he says, here's a contract with Adroit, a company, Adroit, to replace the stairs for $182,000 moving forward. The stairs are going to be built offsite and brought in, and we're updating lighting as well. And how long will this take? Nobody asked. Nobody asked. FYI, the stairs are still open. Obviously less dangerous than Pioneer Hall. All approved. And then, Scott Fleury, he's back again, Public Works Director. He goes, he says, in 2022, the council approved the ability of Public Works to apply for $44 million in loan from the EPA for the new water treatment plant. Well, it's 2024. So we're asking to up that to $75 million, because every 2 years costs double. So also moving forward, he always says that when he's nervous. Moving forward, he goes, this is just an application. So, that's just the application approval to submit the application. Me, skeptical again. And this is approved 5-1, skeptical 2. That's the one against. And that is it. End of meeting. You're welcome.